Guardian Spies is a cartoon made by Crunchyroll Studios. It is a mess. Not a total mess, but a mess indeed. For an in-depth review, there are plenty of videos on YouTube about the bad world building, stock images, and characters. But in the ocean of opinions and facts, there's not much talk about the handling of its bully characters. Kyle McCluster, Esther, and Armadillus. And well, and we can already scratch Esther off the list, as she's just a dumb, egocentric megalomaniac, not a bully. And that will be all the words I've spent on this babe that is a few bricks short of a small house. But Armadillus, is she a piece of work? Usually, a bully is unaware how much his or her action can hurt others, as each person has his own strengths, interests, and breaking points. And usually the bullying can stop with a conversation, and sometimes with the help of a second or third opinion. But not Armadillus. She's that textbook bully that is in it to hurt others.
You don't say a lot, Time, but what you do say, boy, it's succinct. You're brutal. I love it.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not the one that made Slab cry. That was all you. Good job.
Obtaining clothing, actively disturbing personal work, no regard for physical well-beings of others, and finding delight in the pity of others.
She's my best friend, and she's kind.
Is she?
Let me correct that. She can be kind. To me.
No, Armadillus, treating one sheep better out of the flock doesn't exempt you from what you did. In fact, what's this?
How'd you end up with no roommate? Please don't say murder.
Nah, it was Zinnia. Couldn't hack it.
Zinnia, that poor girl bunked with that toad? Yikes. A girl that juggled smithing, potions, magic alphabets, and plant study? We have seen her in more classes than our main cast. She has been actively attacked by meat-eating plants while the toad gleefully watched, and has been poisoned by that same teacher. So,
That's right, Zinnia. The cave's a real death trap. You've heard the legends. All of Redbud's clothes are from students who plunged to their deaths.
of course you're going to believe that. I would. So, when the teachers suddenly take body harm seriously, it is a big red flag. As the girl in question hasn't even picked a weapon she's comfortable with.
As do maiming, mauling, and malediction if you're not careful. Remember, when you see the walls fall in and your throat close.
None of us should be going in there. Why would any of you choose to walk into this nightmare?
Because we want to be guardians.
Whoa ho, Zinnia, going for the old voluntary expulsion. That is wild. Go for it.
And then that disrespectful comment from her
No,
roommate.
I'm too young and way too attractive for a suicide mission. For the record, I find cowardice in others very attractive.
So she risked being kicked out of the school for being for having self-preservation. So she leaves, and that makes her the smartest person in the series. Oh yeah. And her parting words of
I'm too young and way too attractive.
heavily suggest the toad hasn't spared Cinia in Luke's shaming as well. Just terrible, and with one of her victims gone, and the other, Sage, protected by her own lackey, I fear the sanity of another, namely Kyle.
Big?
terrible hair? Smells like onions.
He's my cousin. He can be mean.
Kyle is labeled as a bully, more with words than with action. Made fun for his hair, and the only one in the show described by smell. There is an instance where one of his bully crimes is described by his cousin Parnell.
So then, he poured frozen peas down my shirt.
It appears his shoes smell like peas. There's a problem though. The story is one-sided.
And I told him to cut it the heck out, but he just sneered at me.
And a sneer is more a response of retaliation. Like you don't know. It could be that Mel did something to his, yes, it's a boy, cousin, and likely not even intentional. And there's also something going on. Cal and Parnell seem to be in the warrior class. And while Cornell is crying about the P&D meanies of his cousin, the lecture continues. While Kyle is being quiet. Is he irritated or remorseful? Both? We don't know. Then there's the course trading, where Parnell is to be seen, but not Kyle. And then with the expedition to the dungeon, both are not there. Likely both are with another group. So, let's show his first foreground appearance.
Out of my way, lizard.
I'm a dragon.
No, lizard, dumb lizard.
Who even are you?
I'm Cal. And you're even cuter at second glance.
Barf!
You?
Step away from the bird.
Do any of you know that guy?
You don't? He's a huge jerk. And Parnell's cousin.
What? No way.
Way.
But Parnell's heart is made of sugar cubes.
There you go. The people tell his presence is unwanted and he walks away. Our bully, everybody. Kyle seems to be a walker. The thing, at least I see, is that Kyle evades Parnell. He likely asked to be shipped to another class, Parnell follows him, and as Kyle is a walker, it repeats on and on until Kyle has enough and is mean to his cousin again. Rinse and repeat. Why? It could be as simple as being his own person, and with his dodding cousin and his frock coat around, it's impossible. Or maybe Parnell's bullying isn't that unintentional. Or maybe Cal and Parnell are Sailor Moon fans and isn't comfortable that his unmasculinity interest is exposed. Speaking about that, they really missed the opportunity to dress him up as a tuxedo mask character, or a parody version of its Halloween version, the festival of the fall. I'm the groom! Don't fear, Guardian Moon! Trust in your ability! And here it comes, the dreaded anti-trans crime that Cal committed and caused me to watch the whole series. And frankly, I don't see it. As a hopefully reasonable human being, I don't automatically see harmful intent in the action and words of others.
Hey girl, you're really tipping the scales of sexy. I hope you're single. We'd be fantastic together.
Cal?
So Kyle ruefully tries to date a girl at the festival. Could this be a cry for help? Is he lonely? No matter. He sees the most beautiful mermaid. It's Snapdragon, a boy. And keep in mind, your thoughts are usually quicker than your mouth.
Wait, Snapdragon? You, dude, why are you dressed like a girl?
A question he has a right to ask. Am I gay? I didn't know he was a dude. I'm not thinking
This is messed up.
Did Snapdragon do this intentional to mess with others' feelings? If so,
You're messed up.
Funeral director, huh, Cal? You better get out of here before the funeral becomes your own.
I'm I'm obviously dressed as a groom.
Who'd want to marry that?
Amadeus? Ah, it makes sense now. They're messing with people. I don't give them the satisfaction. And he walks away. And while the messing with people's feeling wasn't the case, this time Cal is no mind reader, and Arm's track record gives no benefit of the doubt. He's in shock and confused, and before he can recover, he's openly threatened with hostilities and a wand aimed at his chest. Cal wasn't the aggressor here, likely not with the other failed attempt, but I can't blame him. She looks cute. Tension between the two boys isn't helped when they're paired on a mermaid rescue and capture mission. And Cal's likely relieved that the Lackley isn't with his master. It's kind of poetic, considering the mermaid history the two have. On the boat, Cal starts a conversation.
It's peaceful being on the water.
Don't you mean in the water? I know you'd rather be swimming with the other mermaids.
What are you talking about?
I just think you and the mermaids are gonna get along well.
Why?
Oh, come on. Like you don't remember gallivanting around the autumn processional? You loved making such a splash in your mermaid costume.
It was just a costume. I know I'm not a mermaid.
No, but you loved dressing like one, didn't you? All mermaid up like the frothiest queen of the seas.
Shut up!
Your dad must be thrilled to call you his daughter.
And he's right. Snap was killing it in the costume. And it looked more to me that Cal was more irritated at Snapdragon for being not honest than, although rudely, he makes a jab that his own father would have confused him for his daughter in the costume, and instead of just a push that would have been enough to stop.
I said shut up! Snapdragon, stop!
Freak!
He is greeted with an attempt on his life. Yes, enough force to break the attacker's arm, no less, and Cal's nose. He managed to escape, so luckily those are the only injuries. Everyone has his breaking points, but man, Snaps is unhinged, for a reason something Cal would undoubtedly find trifle. And how should he know Snaps was wrestling with being trans in a world where body transformation is easy? There are plenty of men dressing up as the other sex at parties and events just to have fun. I'm just saying, it is not a big deal for everybody. Fearing for a knife, he rises steps out of the mission. Then later, when the students are trapped and is belittled.
This isn't funny! I'm claustrophobic!
Yeah, Cal, my strongest magic class couldn't open the door, but I'm sure your crying will do the trick.
Force phobia and threatened for not trusting the school bully. It might be just me, but Kyle was more portrayed as a bullied outcast than a bully, as he has ugly hair, smells like onions, has a rude voice, and fights with his cousin. But of course, if you only see the worst, it's easy to blame Afik. This was my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Hour out.